was a pecho. Long shamba. No, pecho. Eh, that's pecho. Pecho. Was there another pecho? Nirin chadon nidon tarve donyan Devi Jodon Dember Chichi Duma Chinye Tunga Chayan Zikhe Nije Dugale Kunda Sabe Mari Nandan Dunaji Ndrozo Kanla Goye Daze Yanla Chuje Yonde Ndudar Jedro Nyonmo Nyonmo Nije Jabro Jonde Mari Mase Dunga Nyongo Chinye Tunze Rade Doni Doju Sarju Lazo Yondan Jase Tubo Chucho Judan Puni Sirju Lambo Tawa Jibago Shoji Jaro Jila Benchen Bula Karon Jebe Chonkola Tarta Luna Samu Kanon Orgyen Garab Shuru Sing Bima Garab Jimone Yamar Soso Karti Lama Namla Soro Jandru Chokyi Don Tuye Natru Tomba Bebe Treme Rose Shabla Rula Jijandi Treme Rose Usara Lonje Namge Nanjurpa Jigme Limbe Shabla Shepet Chen Papa Yerto Chen Koko Kawa Jenda Pardan Dongwa Shepema Siboy Shirwala Nanda Drabya Sohan Banjo Dunga Rongro Sorwa Yinje Bodone de Zonsen Jugo Je yang so ta ha om chen ser je sa je she jia ren go yu ge go ru wu so hong ji sha lun po po hong zang mo na ba long xue xiong zhan Ngaya dong ngaya yen yen den dong Drama nyen dong drama Rumbo chi rubo Posan ji shen dun ju ji Mamu baya lo to Lu rumbo ji Nuru rumbo ji Tumo rumbo ji Lambo rumbo ji Lambo rumbo ji Tan shu rumbo ji Gipa man tia ma la ma karma Mito ma dipi ma non sa ma Chaja ma nya ma dawa Kyuni du kyole namba gyare jantan halo maya banjo Kosan zuwa me Son ye da wanda ne Mandar zombo and the bird. Nam Garadanya Bandar Nandura Tu son son je tam je je ngo ri dong chang ko jian chu nga da ka ran chong ba me ba zhen jian za la ma ren bo chen xiao je bi mo de zhe ma me ba gu sim gu ba chen bu shang ca hi xiao sun ju xi ba ne ce ra tam ji ji zhen zhen de zu ni je chen bu zu de ni mi yi zo ne ma chen bu ga ja da be ka ta ma chen tu xiong Tumba tuje chala sorvande jagar penchen purla karanje pemalin kolandiro tarta hulu zumbu kananzo Orgyen rumbo chela sorvande mafrutamba biputu yuji kondi chuk tofolonchen chumi waze shabla sorvande shisha kanchan rola jitsante chumi wazir yaw chutu trenzo rumsalonchen namkin nanju Jigme limbe shabla sorvande shata jar sipo shivala kunta chupa unshu shawar sohan pancho dunga rongcho Jigme chujung bo sorvande, shoman chujin je poroni, tuson sonje kanjo mo. Ronsen chu kong se tenzi pe zava la me jala sorvande. Susan du nga chanda che jin chen, nyaso me pon shiva jala so, sempien tanda nyodo dancha. Tamba nam je nunta tsar de so, nuwa nam gardo nyamba sempien tamchi, penden lama me pa yon taba zobu sonji. Kongbon rumbu jengu pa shan nyam do xiong chen chu do, tup shi de senpa xe, gong shi senpa xe, chu shi rumba na. Okay, welcome. Our translation is automatic. Okay. First, I want to say in Tibet, and then I will try to translate into English. Toma lan tsamri tashi deles. Tani taji tusuk kokap jila tani ji masi nungla dun yoba ji shepa la tani tambu chu seji te ji tusam gambu ji zoko gule je to zodu tani tambu chu seji te dombu su duna dunba zobu sonji juem dende do lama gibi hini mumbo jik dun tani jire judo barda ji sohyung hoksang ka damba talo tsoma damba kuma namji nyamsa lomi damba chu zobu sonji juem dende kari son yobate yizoni nyamsa nyongten tanri jire sechena ndriba lana medbachi top tenji su dribna su nyamsa lona tatu la jire judo jig gadde pusam sobachi top teni jig hishen mumbu jig chu dribda ta chu de dribna tsendala deli yaochi mundu song tā tē jiri jido yao ma yao ka kesha yo le ma re song ji jum den dik song yo di pen ka yao chi da gule ma re tā tē yen na yung tau hi ma xe na song ji ka song zi yen na yung de la yin yi te sam se mo bo yo le dendri zo du jiri jido tamba kuma mo bo jik o tā jiri se chen chi na tambu chu tsar ya nyam so long ni duen dedo tamchi nyamsa nyoni ta duen tokte tanjinda de top tani jire jido dangla mumbu tanji sangwala tani zido ta tambu chu seji de nyamla zodi chu tobo nyamla zodi tombo nyamla zodi hyaba kondong kondong na hyaba ngu karwa seji tani jire jido barda yung karwa tama yung karwa yambaji tuni zodo hyabu ngu karzi chi zoga na karzi hezi te ngu karbo tongde zozi te hyabu ngu ni su yangmo yongzi chi te kandri rezi na tambu chuidong tambazi na samba zombo chi gogole rezi samba zombo si ta tata kire zodo samba zombo chi kutoni nga tsu tu sam zoji te hirna sonji jamdendi song te la ndodo jit se chen chik yin yo le ta tido tom chi ndo jit nika se chit ndo se chit chik te tse li tombo wani ran chi yu na le ya chi ting sabra ndozi chik ran chi nju pa chen chik do tani chiri chido jit se chit tena china chik don nek sen ku jit se kana ndra nilu ku jit se kana chi pi te karana ra song do nan do jit ni hin se doji technica ka su don dodo na te su du zi chen chik tari mixer ka chi jit tong de ba jit ni yan na go ta jit de la chere se chen chi na ndo dal zi na chi dinur rumbu chi namba sam zi zi na jit de la chi na jit di jit zi na jit di truk se chuli zi tindo na chi nganjir nyi xiong da ching ka chi gu to tepa ramba gu nong yo chi ye ba xe tan ri zong du tani tati nga chi lo yong zong du jin na jit te la shu jit to nong jit si ye ba xe ta nong jit te la yong chi ri zi do nan ju la mi ka jit de te la maha ana ata se sam ye ba xe tani chi ri zi do ata se jit te jit thom te chu gu zi mong randa tar himban randa tepa ramba gu zi jal randa te yandu te la shukur do nongkur songkur yung song la na me pa se chen tani se tani zo song ju yo le ta zo de ndan na chen na chi ri zi do ta chi yung song la na me pa cha hi ka cha lo di ga na ma chu pa yo le ma tani zo de di shu sto yo ji chen ji ma che zu fa chen bo long chen yin tik ngon ju gong song la me xia long sen de chi te ta song ba po te ma Dzogchen Patrul Rinpoche Jigme chu yong bo po gong jian tong du de re tani to zo de chi ri zi do tan de song ba po yong sam ji ma sha pa ji shu tar de zo ga na jar si chen bo hi wa la no yin da no ta na pong chu hian re zi no yin da tan da si chen chu le de tan di zo de ki de yin deng la ma tan da ji gan ze zo ti lo ji chu ma ha ko yin ba re chani dan da yin ka chi go do ta chi dal zopa chen bo long chen yin tik hun ru dal la chi sa chi ko on du zo ga na sa chi namba sam da chu le sa chi namba sam te tombo che re do tomo she mon ro se chi tomo she mon ro te che re do chi ji yung wa se ka ta chi dang bu chu la chu gu go la ju shi chi dang bu chu te drip gulu gutsur dari ko ka zong bu yo ji dari madrim na drip matub ji tan da se chi tamu shui hon ru se ji te ga mixer ji dang bu chu go la ju shi ta shin chu ji ra chen de de la choko number 2 na jo le Perna chere ji tanju ni pa ka wa se chi dan da te thu la chen ma to pa li jun ji khor bu ni mi tar bu pen yu xin ye ten ba to chu tan da se te zo de tani chi tanju ni pa ka wa la sam no tong ni tanju ni bu la ka chi chen ma to ko la sam no tong yo na tani chere ji de chu la shu shu ma hi pa ni ma ta ta ni ku chu drup ko ji ma to te jere zi ma to pa ka du le o ma shi pa tani jere ma to pa le tsab du shi ni me de mun ro wa ji shim shi cha de zang a le me kam ba to ji chu kam ba to me ti sum dan da me ma ji tsa ba ni ne me ma de re do so na ta ji hi rin da de ga rong re do le te ma to na te ma re 아저 지레주도 못도바 지스 용 스파 컨설트 랑 로그스 로그드 tani tombo chi jijuk dumhal sammo tong kurv nyimi seji tel sammo tong tambu chuti chi madab na jijuk muni chi jijuk na mi nyarwani yak gardan hayu munchuk barang danala kurv ningdan me wupta sammu lingta tukjur ji chong ta di yong gana sona dewa yo le mare ta zo de korwa nyemi le song juk tambu chu de go so ta ne korwa ke nyemi te da tamche jim me pa chi hyong su yo le mare jim me pa le hyong za wa ni jim me pa le hyong si chi nam di no la yo le mare musup pa jim le hyong wa chu le mare ta zo de korwa Dungarina, jelly hunger, Nyondik Devayana, jelly hunger. Tendizo de Tene Lee Jindrilla, Samno Hicha, Jizo Geva Dana, Deva Yonja, Mugeva Dana, Dungarionja, Lee Jindri Cola, Yet Chi Hyo, the Tente, Norva, Lime Inji, the Hizizo. Tene Jerezo the Jik Tarwa Tom Chinchambu Componte, Tobju Yusin, de la Trono Kandek, Tarwa Compo, Tona, Tenji Deva, Senjo, Tenji Deva Sejite. Nika Zamjig Deva Mar, Tatu Tenji Deva. Ci Tof Deva Sims, the Zodo, Ci Taru Payons, Titla Pembaton Yonten Case, do some stone. Tanital Trono, he tachu drug, Sondo, tachu druganayon, Ronya Chiriz Hiva Toma met, Numa Mari, but Onki, Country drug Hakogan, Sonji Jumden de Lonia Ton Yang to Shun. Hyun related to Jan Mat. He tombu chu pumbo, puchujum pumbo jet yaton son related. Tangerisno, Rongla, Newmumba onke. Masol zik disk te hamugo. Chu sank no one, Zalmayon. That tendizodo, Lama gave Hini Tambachila, Martin Ronten, Yindu. Then Hini Tamba, say Hini Tianchim. Then Tumbola Lama gave Hini Sanya to Dembashila. Tombo top par the ten tama gonghu la. Tani jere se chena te chu de drabna, ji chu de drulu yomo jit. Ji ngulu tsumo jit. Cha tsumo jit. Don tom denba ji re onsura. Dav jere se chena dav tamu shu mondo chukong namba chukta ten rezu. Tani tamu nong jere se chena chukong namba nanda chukchule. Ta jere judo Sachi na Sachi Nipanda. Tanda in Kachi to touch a jet the young so. Ji Nilu turned you, Moti Hipala. Send the Jig Triana Mahina. Jig Tome ni Lido Nyon Bali Mageva. Ninton Mombo Jig. Rongo Nipa Mombo Shi. Tom Garba Mombo Jigu Shore. Tandro Zotsade Danala, Taviji Sente la New Mumba Mari Badon Lidon Poshoch Mumbujula. They take such pea. Trick chit second. Shatru Shipana that you turn is order. Then you Tamanongo Hondo Nanaji, Mixer chit. Yandro goes on. Then Saint Hezo. Durji Semba Gandhi here. Mandar Sunango Tsosa. Then Tata Jirizu Kosilik Tsosa Mandar Tandrezo. Then Lama Nanjur, Tandachi Kandurna, Chakondo Manan, Tunda Jitsoma, David, Rong Jette Young. Tati Jirizu to Jette Young Sardi, then Jirizu Tama Chokon Sambanda, Chokon Sambanda and the China. Here not Jirizu to Chokon Sambati, Inchimich, lower to Tana Guzi Jensan Yachula Mari. Then Poak Chahi, Poat and Mugi Chala. He Dzogchen Ranyak Patrul Chahi. Poa Magam tripped and disorder. Regularly, the Jerry said in a Guzi Jensen to Machu. Young Jerry said the Chig Tomo Shoko Hondo Loyo, Tambachula, Trovahi. Tamanongo Hondo Nyalan here, Jig Nyaman Rutrud and the Jig Lossum Dasan into Hondo Yap and disorder. Young Jerry to the same motor particular lower the Zaya Ujite Yams Lam Matab Hunda Matabna. Then Jerry said, Poa de Lamson Yonachi Magamba Yarimbuchi Matupachi, near the Zataps put to the Tandara. The Chukons about the days of the time of young Janachina. Tamanongo Hondroku no Lazido, Tamanongo Hondroku noni. Tayandro do Jig Samye Kani, Dorjis and Bagamdik some. Tani the Lam Nanjur, the Chagandro Sally, Tanizodu, the Hordo, the Tsosawa, Mandar Chashi on Road Salary. That there is the Chokunava Arikorilla. Nava go. ngaba jere de jikchar tu jupa kusili said cho jikchar tu jupa kusili tsosos ta la tu de yare this what I said we are now is like to take this opportunity then is we are going to study genuine teaching of the Dharma, which is taught by the Buddha Shakyamuni. Generally speaking, Buddha's teaching, and it is basically the two categorizations, and we call the Sutta teaching and Vajrayana or Tantra teaching. There's two categorizations. And the first step is like kind of more beginner and more like kind of the gradually to kind of education or like step by step to study in order to understand really the meaning of the Buddha's teaching. And then the second teaching is like kind of the teaching of Tantra or the Vajrayanas. It's like more direct teaching, like a stream of the mind, or like a continuity of the mind, or it is like kind of the direct introduction, the feature or reality of the nature. And anyway, whatever we undertake or to study Buddha's teaching, and according to Buddha's teaching, it is very important before we enter to this activity, like teachings activities, when we are study or listen teaching or meditation teaching or contemplating, and whatever we do, first times we need to turn inward our mind to check our like kind of conduct. We should to check our motivation, and then it's like we need good motivation, good heart, and generally speaking we call the compassion, kindness, thinking about all the benefit for the sentient beings. Then I'm just to say, please to generate a compassion or the kindness. With that, we are going to study and this book. And this, like shortly, we just to call this book's name is The Word of My Perfect Teacher, and Guide to the Preliminary for the Heart Essence of the Vast Expanse from the Great Perfections. And according to the early tradition, early translations traditions, we are all these Buddha's, the 84,000 teachings, there's the resuming, we call the 9 vehicles. And then is the basic, this first 3 are the like more connected to the Sutta teachings, we call the Tripitakas, like Vinayana, Sutayana, and Abhidharmayana. And then is the 6 or 4 or the 6 are more connected to the Mantrayanas, or you can to say it's like a Vajrayana or the like a Tantrayana. And this is like kind of, there are the outer 3 tantra. Maybe already you know Triya Tantra, Upper Tantra, Yoga Tantra, say. Then it is the inner 3 tantras, Mahatantra, Mahayoga Tantra, Anayoga Tantra, Ati Yoga Tantra. And then this is like the peak or top, or last, the vehicle of the like Ati Yoga Tantra. Itself is outer, inner, secret, and very in the secret. And this heart essence of the teaching, here it says, is like a heart essence of the vast expanse from the great perfections. This is like more connected to secret teaching of the great perfections, and we call the word of my perfect teacher. Wrote or written, the author's names already you know, and the first Dzogchen Patrul Rinpoche, Jigme Ombo. And this biography is you already knows very well. And then it's itself, this book itself, there are 3 main chapters. And first chapter is we call the common preliminary practice. And then is the second, it is uncommon, like a preliminary practice. And then this third one is power, like the transference. And there are like principally 3 chapters. Then maybe we can to say is like first part, it is very important. We say it's like, if we really to analyze in our life, and in our life, what we need to do, like something, we do something, I don't know what something to do, maybe something to do and like bring more happiness for you and for others. This is very important. And that perspective, we are researching for the spirituality. And in the different type of the spiritualities, now we are kind of enter into the Buddha's path. But we heard Buddha is the enlightenment. That is like a worldwidely well known. And he is already appeared in this world, but already gone, already more than the 2005 years ago. But we heard a lot about him. And afterwards, some followers, his followers, they are great practitioners to expert about the Buddha's teachings, to explore and how it is the Buddha's teachings works. And they studied, they contemplated, they meditated. There are many, many followers, and they like kind of the really final result of the experience. And then those great, many his followers also to comment about the Buddha's teaching. Everything looks fantastic. Now ourselves, we need maybe to study. Why not? If we study, it's no problem. And to study how it is. But first timers, in order to study, maybe as I said, why we need to study. And then we need to analyze the common preliminary, outer kind of the preliminary, ordinary preliminary practice. The first chapter of this book, and the first chapter of this book, there are inside 6 chapters that already you studied. And this kind of mainly to telling our situation, why we need to study dharmas. For instance, first chapters is talking about the human existence. Human existence is very important. You already studied. I don't need to mention it. Cause, numbers, and there are many things, different conditions needed in order to obtain the human existence. To obtain the human existence is so difficult. Generally speaking, maybe it's okay, it looks like, but not. We really to analyze. It's, of course, in the space, there are so many transmigrations, so many species. But all the monk of this in the species is the precious one is our body, this human existence. And when we obtain the human existence, when we analyze, then maybe we say, wow, I got it true. Really, I'm not appreciate. I don't recognize. It's my precious body, human body. And also when we are more analyze our human existence, of course, in the book says, when you're talking about the precious human existence, very, very rare. There is a different type of the human existence, like meaningless human existence, empty return human existence. It's like kind of the human existence, like a kind of the scaring crow. Scaring crow? It's like kind of, and looks like a human, but not really comfortable. And in the human existence, there are so many different types of the human existence. And when we analyze human existence, wow, I obtained the human existence. Now I need to do something through with the appreciation of the human existence. And then I need to do something meaningful in my life. And when we understood, then what you need to do, maybe to study Dharma. If I'm studying to Dharma, maybe I can to realize it, my own nature. In this life, maybe I will be enlightenment. But then we ask more to analyze our conditions. And happy or not happy, in this world or in this space, whatever existence, everything is under the impermanent. No Buddhist cannot control the impermanent. We need to go to under the impermanent. Impermanent, it doesn't matter to have you rich, powerful, or it's a handsome, beauty, man or woman, human or animal. Everything is under the impermanent. Then we can to say, when my impermanence can come, maybe I have to time my departure from the human existence. But that is also like thinking is very stupid. Because our impermanent are the uncertainty. Today, tomorrow, this week, next month, next year. We don't know. Impermanent, like kind of impermanence when attack. When it's like kind of demonstrate to us, we don't know. Then it's like, if really you want to study Dharma, a little bit to hurry up. Do not postpone. To say, today I'm busy. This week I'm very busy. I need to do this and that. Or next month, I do this month, next year, this year. In Tibet, we have very strange idioms, okay? I didn't say in Tibet. Someone is living in Lhasa. In Lhasa, there is one very, very important statue of the Buddha, because this statue was in India, then came to China, then came to Tibet. As Buddha himself, he blessed. Then in all over the Tibetan peoples going to there to see these statues. But someone's living in Lhasa, they say, it just like maybe 20 minutes to go to there to see. And then many like kind of people say, I will go tomorrow. Where is it? There tomorrow. Certainly, death is arrived. Now you are going to die. I didn't visit the jewel, the statue. All your life is living in Lhasa. Yes, but it's postponed. Finally, they never visited the jewel, the statue. Like this. And we are all the time thinking I'm permanent, never going to die. It's okay. Today, tomorrow I'm busy. Then we understood to analyze outer environment, inner, ourselves, everything, any kind of compound these things are, is easily to demolish, easily parachute or disappeared. And that is we understand. Then it's a little hurry up. I need to quickly to study. And also it's when we have become some certain age, over the 30 years, 40 years, it's difficult to think about impermanent. But over like 30 or 40 years, we need to take care and start old age. And then we are analyzing permanent, and we are hurry up a little bit too quickly to study. And also we say, impermanent, it doesn't matter. If I'm die. Everybody is going to die. It doesn't matter. Then we need to analyze. We only in this life. Then when we died, absolutely disappeared. Nothing left. In our West, one university teachers, and he give conference. He give question to the student. He says, when we died, something is survived or not. He put questions. Because in our more according the science perspective, only this life, we die. But in the Buddhist point of view, we are not evaporate 100% definitively. We are like kind of losing this body. Mind is never disappeared. Afterward, we died like impermanence demonstrated, and continually our mind consciousness, we need to go. And we are never evaporated, or for instance, if you make fire, some firewood, you make fire, after ash is to send to the air, then this is nothing left. Not like this. Our mind needs to continue to go. Then we analyze, where is mind is going? Mind going into the samsara. We already analyzed last time, and below of the hell and above of the akanishta. Between there, the 6 realms, wherever we go, almost there's no happiness. Therefore we call the samsara. Samsara situation is like a kind of the basket of the suffering, poisoned snake, like a kind of living in the, pit, fire, and like a kind of living in the cannibal land, when it's like we are injured by the samsaric sufferings. And then it's thinking about the destinations. We should to hurry up quickly to study Dharma. And then we are says, where is the come from? Samsara. Generally we say the samsara and nirvana, there's 2 kind of. Who created? In the Buddhist point of view, nobody's created. And samsara and nirvana without cause also never appear. And also it's like through the cause and conditions and appear the samsara and nirvana. Samsara cause, the cause of the samsara, like kind of the negative action, disturbing emotions. And like more unwholesome activity or the negative activities. And we need to quickly to purify, to quickly. And also nirvana, happiness, is more kind of comes from the positive actions. And this is that we understood the cause, and we should to learn inevitable of the causalities. And Buddha's principally and teaching about the causalities, inevitable causality, cause and effect. He said that if you do this and that, the consequence, result is this and that. What does it mean? If you do negative, result or the consequence is also negative. Definitely, its negative result is no Buddhist cannot give you. Not by Buddha, not by God, not by Lama. Negative result, your own negative actions result. And also positive result, the consequence, happiness, is no Buddhist cannot give you. And also it is through your positive actions result, the happiness. Therefore, he said this, I give you methods. And you should to use these methods. You should to be perfect, guide yourself, perfect liberator yourself, to give her happiness yourself, eliminate your sufferings yourself. And that is the very important. You need to take your own responsibilities. And also it's like, generally speaking, Buddha, someone says like, Buddha never believe any God, say, creators. But Buddha believe individual, your own mind. Buddha believe the mind itself. And minds, your minds, can eliminate suffering, can bestow the happiness of the temporary and ultimately. And therefore we analyze like kind of to the cause and effect. And then we want to study Dharma. Oh, now I want to study Dharmas. But Dharma is, as I told you, is Buddha he taught maybe 2005 years ago, but we couldn't meet. He's already gone. He left 84,000 teachings. Of course, still remain. But if we keep that to sleep near all the Buddha's teachings, it doesn't come in our mind. And then we need to follow up the spiritual friend. And then it's the sixth chapter of the extraordinary, the common preliminaries, how to follow the spiritual friend. And first analyze, and second, how you rely on the spiritual friend. And finally, how you get the qualities of the spiritual friends into your mind. And therefore, first, this sixth chapter or the preliminary practice is like more to preparation in order to enter into the step of the Buddha's path, or to give enthusiastic to study Dharma. And very important to tame your mind with the ordinary preliminary practice. Then we are inside the preliminary practice. Maybe you looks like sleeping. My speech is not. And to wake up, to get the fresh air, and go around to take coffee. Okay. Rest 15 minutes. Kama chunga la mente sorry. Kato nam yao atia na.